Welcome back, everyone. I am so sorry about that. Uh, hello.
Hey!
Welcome to tonight's session of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm gonna make sure everything is good, everything looks good, everything is perfect, nothing is wrong, ever. Technology always works perfectly. Um, so let's go ahead and start off tonight. Thank you, Samwise, for the follow. Well, let's go ahead and start off tonight by introducing our players. We have a bunch of new people here today. Um, so let's go ahead and get started with introductions. Grace, if you would like to go first.
Yeah, hey guys, I'm Grace. Online, I'm D and Dingbats, or Dungeons and Dingbats on Twitter, and dnddingbats.com, which is just a community site for D&D players looking for collaborations, resources, goofy ideas, stuff like that. So, love for you to join. We're always looking for new collaborators.
And like I said before, feel free to drop those links in chat if you'd like to, so that way everyone out there can go check that stuff out. Nani, you're up next.
Hello, I'm Nonny. I am a spooky nerd and theatre maker in Edinburgh. I do horror theatre and I also stream with Dragon Wheels on Twitch, where we do a lot of different systems, a lot of microsystems. We also upload them to YouTube. So if you are interested in seeing the two-parter survival horror game that I ran the past couple of weeks, will be on there. And I'm just gonna copy paste my little thingies into the chat. That's where you can find me on the internet if any of those things appeal to you.
Awesome. Up next we have Chase.
Hey guys, I'm Chase Bailey, aka the Brass Bailey, maker of maps and one-page dungeons, specializing in old school maps. So the good old hand-drawn style. Everything I do is drawn by hand, such as this guy. I totally forgot I had him here. And that was, who's this? This was for role-playing and role-playing. So you can see, if you listen to their podcast, I just did a map for them. Did one for Dungeons and Dingbats. Shout out to Grace, right above me. And who else? Another Bad Side Quest, just did the map for them. And then also working on the map for Lexi's World Building / at Trash Miniatures. So you can go check out if you want to see that work there. If you want to look for me, I am on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok now. And what's the other one? Where do people post stuff? Instagram, and then Patreon. So those are the places you can look for me. If you like old school stuff, if you like 5e, but also like OSR and advanced D&D, the old stuff, I'm all about that stuff too. And thank you to DM Chronicles for having me on the show. I'm super excited to be here.
Yeah, and I'm super excited to have you. Last but certainly not least, we have Timbo.
Who's muted?
Timbo, you're muted.
And I'm muted. Hey, everybody. I'm Timbo the Wizard. I'm a Twitch streamer, tabletop RPG enthusiast. I do world building on my streams, and I also am a contributor on the Knights of Bantam, who are a socialist art collective, and they're super cool. I would highly recommend checking them out as well.
Awesome. So welcome, all four of you. It's awesome to have all of you, and thank you for, dedicating your time tonight to play some Dungeons and Dragons with me. I love having new players, so it's awesome to see that we have 3 new players. Also, quick aside to the chat, Sloops and now Crafty Gabo, thank you both for following and welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy what we're about to do tonight. So if you're new here and you haven't met me before, my name is Bravin. I am the Dungeon Master of Dungeon Master Chronicles, and I make and write these one-shots that I run on stream every Thursday. They're all original, handcrafted, have some funny or weird or crazy theme to it, as you can tell from the title tonight. Yeah, also before we get started, I do want to talk about, if you were here before the stream started, on that starting soon screen, there was a promo for a charity stream that we were doing in 2 days, this Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern or 7 p.m. UTC. We will be starting our charity stream. It is a tournament where contestants will be stacking dice for prizes and things like that, raising money for Jasper's Game Day, which is a fantastic cause. I would love to see all of you there because we want to raise a ton of money for a great cause. They help to raise awareness for suicide prevention. So they're super fantastic. I'm partnering with Hope with TTRPGs, Hope for TTRPGs, if you know who that is. But yeah, if you want to know more information, I have a thread. It is my pinned tweet on my Twitter. Link to the Twitter is down. Should be super easy to find. So yeah, just wanted to put that out there because it's a really big thing that I've been working on for weeks now. So yeah. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into tonight's one-shot, into tonight's session. So starting out, the scene is going to start in a library, dimly lit, only by the fire from the hearth. In this library, there is a small, low-sitting table and a very fancy ornate chair in which is sitting a man in very luxurious blue robes that run all the way down. A crest on his chest on the right side facing him. You can see embroidered in gold a diamond with the letter C in it. He's wearing a mask that covers his entire face that is made of wood, and burned into this wood is a design resembling two waves crashing into each other. He is holding a leather book in his hands, reading through the pages as he relaxes in his chair by the fire, before he closes the book and sets it down on the table. And talking out loud, seemingly to himself, he says, "I wonder who we have for tonight." From within the bookcases on the walls, 4 globules of light appear, and sort of emanating from the bookshelves, and begin to dance and spin around the room for a few seconds before coming to rest in a line across in front of his chair. He stands up from his chair before them, and before each light, as they begin to glow brighter and then take shapes and forms. They all form to be humanoid figures, none of them very tall, all of them about the same height. And one by one, these figures begin to take shape. They begin to show different features and distinctions to make them unique. And as these individuals form, Jennifer, if you would like to describe yourself and your character.
I'm Jennifer, and libraries are my home, so this is wonderful that I just ended up in this library right here. I am a Circle of Stars druid, and am charged with keeping all of our constellations, all the star maps for the library up to date. Kind of dowdy, just like think of your librarian that you have at your local community library. And I don't know, just kind of doing my thing. Really happy to be here.
Awesome. The second figure begins to take shape as well. This one will be Slancha. Did I say that correct? Did I get it?
Yeah.
I
Slancha.
did. Awesome. Slancha.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. If you'd like to describe your character.
Okay, so Slancha is incredibly brightly dressed. I don't know if Hawaiian shirts exist in the D&D universe, but if they do, she's wearing one, and it's primarily made up of shades of pink. I imagine that this caught her halfway through repacking her bag. She is not paying much attention, but strapped she's got all of her weapons and stuff strapped to her, far too big for her, but they are all adorned with bows and little smiley stickers, and sort of as she realizes what's happened, she's just like, oh, this is new. This is exciting. Hello.
Awesome. As the third figure begins to form features and come to shape as well, this will be Gamwise, is that correct? Alright, Gamwise Samgi.
So Gamwise comes in. As he appears, you see the visage of a burly, armored, old halfling, well in his years. He's about 72 years old. And he's the kind of guy that walks around in his armor all the time because he's proud of his glory days and the days that he used to be. He uses his mace like a cane as he walks around to get where he's going. But he's up in his years, and he is very confused right now. And as he comes into the view of this beautiful library, his first reaction is, where am I? What is this? Where are my grandkids? We were just playing games. He's just very, very, very unsettled. He's a way of the, sorry, what is it? Like Forge domain? Yeah, Forge domain. So there's like heat emanating off him. He is in a perpetual state of sweating. He is never dry. The word moist is frequently used to describe him.
Incredible.
And in his old years, he has shifted from the making of fine weaponry to the baking of cookies. And attached to his hip is a bag of all sorts of delicious cookies that he gives to his grandkids every time they do something that makes him happy, or every time they're sad, or something like that.
I love it. And as the fourth and final figure begins to form before this person, this one will be Xanfer Nightstrider.
So Xanver comes out of his shape coalesces out of the light, and you see him standing there, and it looks like he might have just been like drinking something out of like a straw. And he's a short kind of he's a like a youngish looking halfling who is wearing armor, but like on top of it, much like Slancha's character, has a Hawaiian style vest, and like they're maybe wearing like sunglasses, fantasy sunglasses, and like immediately as soon as he materializes, he goes, what happened to my Mai Tai?
Oh, me and Xanfer are going to be friends.
The man before you, as he's sort of coalesced within this library, sort of turns his head. He can't really see where he's looking because of the mask, but sort of seems to turn his head, examining the four of you. And he says, well, it's quite an interesting group we have for tonight. And then he's going to pick his book back up and open it and then sit in his chair. And as he does, pages begin to slip from between the books and the bookshelves. And with like a whirlwind in this library, they begin to spin and shift around you, completely blocking your view, before they begin to disappear. And as they do, the first thing that hits you is the sun. A very bright sun. Followed almost immediately after by the smell, the salty smell of the ocean breeze passing over you as you're whisked away into this sunny location on the sea. You find yourselves on I'm gonna make sure I say this right, a dra, I believe is how you say it. It is a one of those boats with sort of two hulls, like two canoe-like boats that have a platform built between them. A single mast and sail that is currently raised. The boat is the Dara is looking around. It seems to be in the center of an atoll. This sort of like brightly lit tropical location deep in the sea where the surface of the water is very calm. The water itself is also crystal clear, almost completely transparent. On this boat, there are 4 other people with you, actually, so you are not alone. With you, there is a female centaur with long, dark brown hair that runs down her back. There is a Goliath who has sort of he's currently wearing these like yellow tinted goggles, and he has like a flat cap on his head. And up on the shoulders of the Goliath, absolutely dwarfed by it, is a gnome, smaller than even any of you.
Oh man.
Who has short red hair, and a very like squished looking face that's small even for a gnome. And then there is one more person who's currently leaning against the mast, who is the only person who you can't really tell any of the features because they're dressed completely, from foot to head, wearing clothes that cover their entire body and wearing a stone mask resembling that of a wolf. It is also important to note that all four of these characters have somewhere on their clothing a patch that has, in all caps, the word mages. M-A-G-E-S.
This is sounding familiar, Robin.
It may in fact be sounding familiar. As the four of you sort of like are taking in this location where you've suddenly been whisked away to, the centaur approaches you with a smile on her face.
Hello. Where are we? What's happening here?
Do you have my Mai Tai?
We are the Mai Tais.
Yeah.
Ooh. Somebody making Mai Tai? I've never had a Mai Tai before, but they sound delicious.
Oh, you haven't lived till you had a Mai Tai.
Darling, come on. You gotta get it.
You haven't forgotten already where we are, have you? We haven't even gotten started.
This reminds me of this play my grandkids keep taking me to. It's kind of like it. I think they called it Shoshana. There was this chicken. I don't know. Have a cookie. He keeps singing the song. He goes like, "Hey, Gwen, hey, Gwen."
There's no chicken here, and no thank you. She politely declines the cookie.
Oh, okay.
I'll take your cookie, old man. Yeah. Yeah. This cookie is delicious.
Thanks. I worked really hard on him.
I can taste the love.
Gonna walk up to the centaur and just say, "Ma'am, I don't really know what's happening. Can you help fill me in here? Like, what is going on this boat?
All right,
Who are you?"
I'll go through it again, I guess.
Like, think you're a doll. Thank you, doll face.
My name is Lolvesh, and this here, my team, we are the Mages, which stands for, make sure I get this right, the Magical Artifact Grab and Extract Specialists. I'm very proud of that one. Skelly Skeletons, thank you for the follow and welcome to the stream. I guess I have to explain this to you again, but there's a very pretty reward for anyone that can obtain the artifact that is currently beneath our feet at the bottom of this atoll. And so we've hired you to help us out with that. There have been many, many, many failed attempts to even find out what this artifact is, let alone get it out of there. So there is a 10,000 gold piece reward.
Mm.
Oh
Anyone
my!
who can fish that thing out from the bottom of the sea. That's where you come in.
And what? That is at least 3.
That could pay my bar tab for like a month.
And she turns around and sort of gestures towards like the Goliath gnome combo, and she's like, "However, can you bring the gadgets?" And then you see the gnome hop off of the Goliath's back, and then open up like a wooden box on the deck and start digging through. And he brings to you a few things. And this gnome will, Horver is going to like explain what they are as he gives them. So he hands to each of you this metal like half crescent device that has like a like half opaque, like yellowish whitish stone on one end. Now, you want to put this over your mouth. It'll help you to make sure you don't drown while you're down there. And for your convenience, I've fitted calling stones into each of them to make it easy to communicate with each other and with us as you know you're going down there and things like that. Please do be careful. They are not easy to make, so I would really appreciate if you could bring all of them back. And then I also have a couple of these, and there are. You'll also get 2 yellow crystals that are about this long, a couple inches long. And he sort of to demonstrate, they don't seem to do anything initially, but he takes and dips one in the water, and as it is, it shines a very bright light that seems to emanate only throughout the water, and not anywhere else. And he's like, you'll need this as well. There's, well, let's just say the light doesn't travel very deep in this atoll. So whoever wants to take those, there's only 2 of them.
I'll take one.
Okay. Who wants to take the other?
Why not?
I mean,
Oh. No,
No,
that's
no.
fine. Go ahead.
no, I was about to say, Blanchett would be very excited to take one, but she is not responsible enough for it. You should take it.
Alright. Well, if you insist, yeah, that's fine. I'll take it.
Alright, got it. Well, that's what I have for you. Like I said, please don't break any of it. And he's gonna walk away.
I make no promises. I say it over his shoulder as he's walking off.
Oh, wait, actually. And he's gonna actually, like, as if, like, forgetting something, he's gonna turn back. In case you do break one, I'd rather you not drown. So, and he's gonna sort of toss in your general direction 1 extra of, like, the mouthpieces.
Thanks, I like not drowning too.
I would like to get all 5 back, though.
So this
Well,
artifact. Oh, sorry. No, go on.
I was
Absolutely.
gonna do the same thing, Timbo. Go ahead.
No, then no, absolutely. Feel free.
Okay. Lulvish. That was your name. Right.
Yes.
Am I getting that right? What has been the problem getting these things before? It seems relatively straightforward. What are we missing here?
Well, we're not really sure. As you can probably tell, just sort of like looking down at her bottom half, I'm not much of a swimmer myself. Neither are most of us. Except for Vom over there, who will be joining you, and she gestures to the one with the stone wolf mask. She'll be going down with you. The rest of us are going to stay up here. The rest of the parties that we've sent in, well, they just haven't exactly come back. So we're not really sure, honestly.
Fair. Okay.
And there seems to be something warding off identification magics or other sort of like scrying things. So it's been very difficult. But hopefully with these new devices, you won't drown. I'm hoping that you're capable enough to fend off anything that's in the depths. It's very dark if you actually take a look and sort of looking over the side of the boat. And we're assuming this has something to do with the artifact, but about 30 feet down, the water suddenly goes from this crystal clear to this, like, murky, like, very deep blue darkness. That is sort of like this flat, sort of like plain that goes across the entire atoll, or like the entire, like, sort of like lake area within this atoll, where it just goes from, like, bright, pretty crystal water to, like, a barrier of just darkness.
I do like the implication there that they were originally sending these parties down with no way to breathe. We're not coming back. This is so weird.
Just send them down in full like scale mail and they just sink. Never come back up.
We got them. I don't understand how they. I mean, they had plate armor. That should make them almost invincible.
So Xander's gonna look over the side of the boat, and he's gonna just point down at the blackness that stretches out like across the entire atoll, and he's gonna say, "Yeah, that's evil." Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sit on the side of the boat. I'm gonna like make sure my backpack's on proper, like scuba air thing, put the thing in, and just roll backwards off it.
Okay.
I've been on a cruise before. I know.
Man, I like that. I like that girl's energy. Wow, she's just woof.
Yeah.
All right, so Slunch is now in the water. There are a few like very brightly colored fish swimming around. So it's not completely, and you can see that they sort of like some of the fish are like dipping in and out of like the darkness. They don't seem to be paying it too much mind.
I'm gonna like keep trying to reach out to pet one. I imagine they're not gonna be amenable to that, but I'm gonna try my best anyway.
Yeah, they definitely like as you put your arm out, they're like darting away from it. So it's very hard to try to touch one of them.
They're so cute.
So as you're swimming out there, Gamwise is gonna come over the corner and be like, "Oh, look at the cute little fish!" And he's gonna start throwing peanut butter cookies at you. So the fish snacks.
Yeah. Some of the fish are gonna come up and start nibbling at the cookies in the water.
Nice. No big scary fish though. No suspicious cookie eating fish.
No, there doesn't seem to be anything. Well, I will say, like, sort of taking a look around, there are a couple small, like, reef sharks. You can see them pop out of, like, the little area of darkness a couple times and back in. But they're not very big. Maybe, like, 3 feet long, 2 or 3 feet long.
As Gamwise sees those sharks doing their thing, he's gonna go,
Oh, it's gonna be one of those days, huh?
and he drops his mace, and it like thuds onto the base of the boat, and the boat kind of like wobbles back and forth. And he like lifts up his shield, and he's going to use Blessing of the Forge on his shield to go ahead and bestow it a +1 AC in anticipation of shark attacks.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna just dive in and cast Go Wild Shape into a shark myself.
Oh, snap.
Why not, right? Just swim with the fishes, yeah.
Alright.
Gamwise, before he jumps in, is going to look at at Mulbish and say,
Do these stones keep us dry while we're underwater?
No, not at all.
a very sad Gamwise is going to undo his belt a little bit.
She's gonna
and
be
take
like,
his satchel of cookies and set them down on the boat.
1 second.
He's gonna say,
Oliver, do you have anything for this? And Oliver is gonna like, 1 second, and sort of dig through the box for a second. Here, this should do. And he's gonna pull like a small like metal case, and he's like, well, this isn't exactly magical, but it should be watertight enough to keep your cookies dry.
A small tear trickles down the side of Gamwise's face.
He goes, Bless you, my son.
And in a ray of magical light, a cookie appears in his hand, and he gives the cookie to the nose of the gnome.
Hover is going to take the cookie, immediately start eating it in between bites, like just very quickly say, May Aaron be with you, and then walk back.
Alright, so I put my cookies in the box, and before I hop in the water, I'm going to cast light on my mace, and I hop in the water with everybody else.
Okay. The girl that was wearing the stone wolf mask is going to, without saying anything to any of you at all, walk to the edge and then dive into the water as well.
I wave at everyone as they join me in the water.
Alright. So is that everyone's in now, right?
Yes.
I haven't jumped in just yet, but I'm gonna turn to this centaur, and I'm gonna say to her. So basically, to summarize, there is an impenetrable evil blackness at the bottom of this ocean. You've sent numerous teams in to retrieve a 10,000 GP artifact, and nobody's come back.
I mean, it's not impenetrable. People seem to be able to swim pretty easily.
But if they don't come back,
that's about right.
that sounds like it'll make a hell of an adventure. And then he just like Super Mario style jumps off the boat into the water.
Nice.
And then he sinks immediately because he's wearing heavy armor.
Oh,
Amazing.
I also sing as well.
Awesome. Alright, so you two sink in. Vom is going to start swimming down, sort of keeping close distance with you two as you're sinking. And very quickly you find yourself going into this darkness. Xanver having one of the light crystals. The light seems to pierce even this darkness, whatever it is, for about a 30-foot radius. So it lights it up very brightly. But then almost seems to be like cut off at the edge of that, going from bright light to complete darkness.
Goes.
Sorry, I got full distracted by all that. Dog walking in, my map fell.
No worries.
So
Is there? Do we see anything around us as we're swimming down?
As you swim down, into the darkness, from the radius of light that you have, you can see, beyond sort of that veil of darkness, there are, plenty more fish, a few more of those reef sharks you can see, sort of swimming sometimes in the range of your light and then back out. They don't seem to be paying any of you much mind, as you go down. You think for 10, 15, 20 seconds, and then about to 30 seconds total before you finally come to a gentle rest on the seafloor.
As a shark, can I talk to the sharks?
Ooh.
No.
Oh no, I want to know more about the shark. Go on with that. That's way more interesting than what I said. Are you kidding me?
You can try to communicate with them, yeah.
I'm gonna flap my fin, kind of like get a little whoosh of water going in front of one other guy's face and like, hey, what's going on down here? Can you, like, is this badness? Is this okay? You doing okay? What's going on? Do I get a response?
Yeah,
No.
well, you'll hear, and you're the only one that can understand this. Beware the temple, as it's sort of swimming by.
Oh
Beware
my.
the temple.
Well, thank you, darling. Okay, I will do that. And then I'll come swim down and join everyone else.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
So is it pitch black on the seabed floor, or can we see like a small bit in front of us with this glowing crystal?
Yeah, it's pitch black outside of the crystal, but within it, it is very brightly lit. So you can see
in
very
the
well
context
within
of this.
yeah, I was gonna say, I was just saying you can see very well within that 30-foot radius from each of the crystals that Xanthar and Jennifer have.
So in terms of light, which is cast on my mace, does it have like the same kind of effect, or is it totally muted by the darkness of the sea?
What was the spell that you cast on it again?
Just light.
Just light? Okay.
Mm.
It actually, it does seem to be working. However, it seems that its effect has been, to an extent suppressed, where its range isn't as far as it would normally be.
Its normal range is 20 feet.
Okay,
So
so
I can
then
see right in front of my
it
face.
shines for about 10 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. So it does help a little bit, but it's definitely not as good as the crystals.
Gotcha. So Gamwise is going to look at everybody and say,
Well, while we're down here, what are we supposed to be looking for again?
A thing.
You hear, and you're all communicating through these like calling stones that are built into these mouthpieces that you're wearing over your mouths, and you hear from it a voice that you're hearing for the first time, and it's Foam speaking for once, and she just says, "It should be this way," and then starts sort of swimming along the seabed in a direction away from you.
Some will follow her. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gamwise is going to take a jump in that direction and use his shield like a dolphin tail to flap his way across the water.
All right.
I will say, guys, I'm like chomping on that stone, kind of. It's like rolling around in my big shark mouth, like, whoa. Yeah, one of my shark buddies over here just said to beware of the temple. So, like, you might want to get your guard up, because I'm guessing that's where we're headed right now. Just the FYI.
Seems like a very knowledgeable shark, definitely. I will heed that warning well.
I know, I was surprised too. But
Do you know how many? I mean, do you know how many warnings I've gotten from sharks that have been relevant? Every single warning, every single one.
Fair. That's real fair. I like it. Just get some follow along.
Okay. So as actually, I'm gonna go ahead and ask. Can we go ahead and establish like a marching order or whatever formation all of you are traveling in?
I currently have an armor class of 19, so I am very down to be in front if you guys want me to.
Okay.
I will be very close behind because I'm very excited to be here.
All right. Got it.
Samuel, where are you?
I could be in the rear. I was kind of thinking that the shark would just be, you know, I don't know why you would be staying at the level. That's because you have this incredible movement, right?
Yeah, so you can.
Yeah, I think I'd
both.
just be hanging.
Okay. All right. Vom is also. I'll say. Vom is up next to Gamwise up in the front, sort of by your side. Right. As you know, you're sort of following her direction. She suddenly like stops swimming and sort of comes to a stand on the seafloor, and like she just puts her hand up, like signaling for you to stop. Do you stop or do you keep going?
I quickly dig my heels in to stop. I've built up quite a bit of momentum.
I stopped.
Gamwise is confused by this. I'm sorry.
Oh no, go on. What does Gamwise do? Because he's up front.
Yeah. Gamwise is very confused by the sudden stopping hand. He goes, "What does that mean?" And he just plows dead into them. Like, it's right in the ribcage. Like, doesn't know what's going on. Full head first, like, flapping the shield underneath his legs.
You just hear over the speaking stone. Watch it.
Watch what?
And then you feel like a shove as she like pushes you off of her.
Which then collides into me.
Yeah.
As I'm still looking for it.
Like dominoes.
Yeah, he's sort of tumbling, kicking up like dirt off of the seafloor.
Gamwise is gonna take a minute and be like, "No, young lady, or young whatever this character is."
she is female, yes.
Okay.
Now, young lady, why can't you be more like these other halflings here? Okay, we got this awesome shark, and this very, very, very happy other young lady, and this guy who likes my cookies, and you're just having a really grumpy attitude. And, I mean, you know, if you're having some troubles, we can talk about it. We can take a minute.
Let's lay it all out.
She doesn't say anything. But she just sort of like facing a new direction. Can't see her face because her mask is on. But you see as like before you, she just starts to get shorter and shorter until eventually she reaches about the height of a halfling.
Is she making fun of us? I feel like she might be making fun of us.
So, Gamwise has very bad short-term memory, but his long-term memories are still there. Can I do trying to think, perception check to see what vibe I'm getting from her, like in terms of what she really is?
I'm going to say I'm gonna say a nature check instead of perception.
Oh, saucy. I like it. I have a -1 to nature.
Awesome.
Still a 15. Let's go.
Okay. So it's hard to tell since she's clearly trying to conceal her appearances. However, there you are. As far as from what you can gather from your memory, there are maybe two different things this could be. It could be magic that she has casted on herself in order to change her sort of physical appearance. Or alternatively, it could just be like an innate ability that you have known maybe a couple people that you have encountered in your many years. They're not very common, but there are a race of peoples that have been known to have an innate ability to change their physique and appearance on command.
So I was picking up. Given the vagueness of your statement, I won't metagame what I think this person is, but I'm getting some vibes.
Okay.
And he'll just go, "Whoa, that's a really neat ability. Can you teach me how to do that?" I'll give you a cookie.
Do you take one out of your metal case?
Not yet. She's got to teach me first. So
Oh, okay.
I am bartering for this ability.
Gotcha.
How many cookies are you worth? I want to know.
Why we stopped? What's
Just
going
turns
on?
away from you, and just you hear, "Quiet."
Oh.
And sort of silent for a moment. You just hear the gentle shifting of the currents underwater. Before you hear this these clicking sounds that seem to be coming from a short distance in front of you, beyond the range of the light that you currently have. And the clicking is slowly getting louder, as if something were approaching. And you see Vom pull out a dagger with her left hand, readying for a fight.
Oh, be careful. That could hurt someone.
And then she puts her right hand down on her waist, but you can see she has a metal belt that is around her waist.
Seeing her take a defensive action and ready her weapon, I would do the same as well, lifting my shield, as well as spaying over the speaking stone. She obviously thinks something's about to happen. Ready up.
Daggers are in.
I mean, I got my teeth.
Right. So after a few more moments pass, the clicking gets closer, and then from the edge of the darkness emerge two creatures. Humanoid in shape, but definitely not human in nature. They are humanoid, and they have this tealish, greenish skin. And along their body, you can see different fins up that run up their arms, down their backs, to a long tail that stretches out. They're both carrying what seems to be spears made of rock and coral that have sharp shells affixed to the ends of them. And they have small beady eyes, and as they're approaching, they open their mouths to reveal a row full of very, very tiny but numerous sharp teeth. And they're the ones that are making these clicking sounds, and as soon as they enter the void or the area of light that is on you coming from these crystals, they immediately start to come in your directions with their spears ready. So, I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative.
Yeah.
So we get to start combat for the night.
This is an initiative to see who's going to greet who first, yeah?
Sure, yeah, if that's what you would like to do.
17.
I will not stop you.
I got a 5.
Okay.
7.
7.
All
Plus
right.
one for me.
7.
Got it. 17, 5, 7, and 7. Okay.
What mischief are you up to?
And
That Shark v Shark warfare.
5 will be last. Okay. So one of these creatures is going to be going first. Let's see. So I believe, yeah, Gamwise, you were up in front, next to Vom, but one of the these sort of like fish humanoid creatures is going to come up to you, and they are going to first make a thrust as they're sort of swimming in your direction with their spear. That is going to be. That is going to be a 15. Does that hit?
No.
Okay. They are actually going to follow up after sort of thrusting and you sort of pushing off with your spear, and the spear slides past you. They're going to follow up as they're going to come at you with those 2 rows of tiny teeth that try to bite into you. And that is going to be a 14, so that is also not going to hit. Okay, so that's all they can do. Slancha, you were up next.
Okay, so I think. Ow, sorry. Sorry, I'm just out for a sec now because he's being a bit disruptive and bitey.
Oh,
Few moments.
No worries.
he's very cute though, so.
He is a regular distraction. I have noticed.
Not sorry for you.
Shout out to Sloops 1103 for the Street Sharks reference. I'm super big for that.
So he is not happy. I put him out. So I want to. I'm going to reluctantly draw my morning star. Be like, May, gotta chill out, okay? We can all be friends, but I am also going to take a swing at one of them.
Okay.
Technically, I'm going to take 2 swings because I can attack twice, but first of all, I'm going to take 1 swing.
Yeah, good old multi attack. So I'm assuming you're attacking the one in front of Gamwise.
And that was in that one. So
Okay. That definitely is not good. So easily dodges with their swift mobility that they have in the water.
Fabulous. Do I still get to try my second?
Yeah, so you can still try your second attack.
Actually, so I have a question about the extra attacks. So I know that I can attack twice as one action.
Yes.
I want to check. Do you hypothetically get to use a bonus action in between that? Or does it have to be?
Oh, you want to rage?
I am very embarrassed that I missed that first.
I think I'll allow it. I don't see any reason, because normally you can take those in any order that you'd like. So I would say I will allow you to take a bonus action in the middle of your multi-attack.
So I am very embarrassed and I'm angry at myself. I'm not angry at them. I'm angry at myself, but I am going to rage.
Okay.
Which means that I get to roll on the wild surge table. Cool. Do I have to tell you what I rolled on that? Because
I would prefer that you did, yes.
Yeah. From now until I finish raging, anything that hits me takes 1d6 force damage.
Ooh, nice.
So yeah, I am going to rage up and try and hit them again, just to prove that I can. because I know what I'm doing. Okay. I know. What?
Of course, of course.
I'm so horse shit. That was a 10.
A 10?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a 10
Oh
will
wait.
not.
Wait. Let me double check. I've never played barbarian before. Cool. So you don't get advantage on attacks, do you? No.
No.
Raging? No.
No.
You just
Cool.
get a little bit of bonus damage.
It strength checks and saves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, that was 10.
Okay, yeah, a 10 is not going to hit, unfortunately. So, coming in, making a pretty miserable attempt at hitting this creature, getting pretty furious about it, and then blinded by her rage, another miss swing. That's very unfortunate. Seeing you making 2 swings on this creature, its companion is actually going to come up. And make an attack on you. So rushing in with its spear, that is going to be 16.
16 hit.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have a thing. Is Slanche within 5 feet of me?
You said you were in the rear, right?
Right. I believe Slanche was in between me and Gamwise.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll say she is.
Okay, I would like to use my reaction to impose disadvantage using my shield as I try to slide in there. It's like my paladin fighting style thing.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. All right. The second roll was a natural 20, so it's still gonna hit. But at least it won't be a crit.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a bright side that I like to hear.
Alright, so the spear hitting you is going to do 8 points of piercing damage. And then
Okay,
Oh, what was up?
how does this work?
Oh, so that'll half it. Right, so you'll have
Half it.
resistance because you're currently raging, so that'll only be 4.
4 points.
Yes, so you only take 4 from that. And then it's going to follow up with an attempt at a bite attack, and that's a natural 1, so that is not going to hit.
So, because they hit Slanche, they take a d6 of force, right?
That is true, yes, they do. So if you want to roll that...
Thank you for remembering that, because I immediately forgot.
What does it look like when you get whacked and you do spikes back at them or something? What does that look like?
So it says that it's the flavor text on it says that it's magic retaliating. But I just imagine that I was so surprised by being stabbed that I went.
I'll say, since the second roll ended up being a natural 1, I'll say that as it stabbed you and then immediately tried to follow up with a bite, as you waved your arm, it created a force that traveled through the water and sort of slammed into the body of this creature and pushed it back, making it unable to even try to strike you. Nice. So what did you roll on that d6?
That was a 6.
Nice, okay.
Yeah. Makes up for my horseshit d20 rolls.
Alright. So up next is actually going to be Foam. Okay, so you're actually, so she's actually going to swim back a couple of feet, and then you're gonna see, her sort of slide her hand from her belt as a metal wire with a metal spike on the tip sort of gets ejected and flies out toward one of the creatures that you're fighting. But unfortunately, it sort of it's slowed by the water and coming at the one that initially attacked Gamwise, it sees the sort of steel bolt coming and then moves out of the way as it just lands into the sand on the seabed. So yeah, very unfortunate. Xanfer, you're next.
Okay. Can I ask, actually, since I know me and Jennifer, we rolled the same initiative, I would actually like to defer to Jennifer and be talk up to her in shark form and be like, what kind of vibe you getting off these crustaceous boys? You think we should whack?
That's a great question. Let me just kind of scoot on up there and see what's going on.
Mhm.
Can I roll like perception or something to see, just to get a little, see if my shark brain.
If you're trying to identify them, that'll be a nature check. But since I'll say that since you're a shark and they are also like creatures of the sea, I'll give you advantage on it.
Okay.
What do your shark ears hear?
22.
22? Okay.
I don't even need the advantage.
Nice. Alright, so, these creatures are, not too uncommon under the sea. They are known as Sahagin, and they are sort of like this fish people, that, will sort of create, like nests in, sort of like crevices and areas. They can, like, underwater caves and things like that. And they are known to be highly aggressive and highly territorial.
Okay.
And also, they have, since you rolled the high, I'll also tell you, they have their own language that is exclusive to their species, which makes it very hard to communicate with them.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'll like try and say something. Hello. You do what's and they just will be like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Swim back to Zanbeer. Be like, I think I'm not getting good vibes from these guys. So, they're not very talkative, which was hard for me. I couldn't really do that. But they seem very like in your face kind of fellas. So take that for what you will. But not getting good vibes from them.
I find your counsel to be wise and poignant, I say as I move forward drawing my sword.
Alright.
And I will move towards the one that is accosting my two friends, and I will again begin to strike.
Which one? Because there's one that was attacking Gamwise, and the other one was attacking Slansha.
The one that was attacking Slancha, because it actually managed to hit her.
Okay, fair enough.
And that is going to be 12 to hit.
A 12 will hit.
Wow, excellent. And that's going to be 6 points of slashing damage, and then second attack, 18 on the die, so that's going to
that'll hit.
Another 8 points of slashing.
All right.
Nice.
So coming in with, just out of curiosity, what kind of sword is it that you're using?
Longsword.
Longsword? Okay. So coming in with your longsword, so it's still a little bit dazed from the force of from when it had attacked Slanchy. So you're able to come in and very easily get 2 solid slashes on it. And you can see this like a very like deep purplish blood that is like seeping out from the wounds into the water around it. It's looking pretty injured at this point. Yeah. Okay, and then Jennifer, is there anything else that you would like to do with your turn?
I mean, I'd like to bite them if I can.
Sure. Which one would you like to try to bite?
Probably the one that's a little hurt right now.
Okay.
That's not feeling great.
Sure.
We're gonna dogpile that guy.
Yeah. Kind of like go around him, get him from behind. I'm not looking to get myself killed out here.
Adam, do you have
On
the
camera
stats?
for 2 seconds. I'm still in the room.
I do. I'm acting as a reef shark. Was the one I pulled up.
Okay,
That
that's
worked.
what I figured. Okay. Just making sure you had them on hand, because I had them in case. Okay. Yeah, sure, go. What'd you roll?
18.
That'll definitely hit.
And then damage. 8.
8? Alright.
8 points of damage.
So as you after sort of like gathering information, swimming to Xanfer, and then swimming back up to the Sahagin, sort of rushing at it, and seemed to catch it off guard, as it hadn't really been expecting to be attacked by a shark in the water while it was fighting these other, like, a bunch of like halflings that had sort of rolled up. You swim up and then sink your teeth into it and then start like thrashing it about. And by the time that you let go of it, its body has gone limp and then sinks and settles down onto the seabed. So that one is dead.
Oh, damn. Tear him, Jen. Tear him. Ooh.
All right. And then so Xanver and Jennifer, is there anything else either of you would like to do with the rest of your turn? Just making sure before we move on.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Okay.
I think I would just swim away a little, like not be quite in the action as I was right there.
Okay.
Back up.
And then finally, Gamwise to you. Roll a 5 on initiative.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, he's an old man. You know, he's not moving very quick these days.
No, fair
He's not
enough. Fair enough.
surprised he used to be. Serious question though. Jennifer or Yennefer, did you communicate that these were in fact Sahagin to the party, or did you just let them know that these are bad guys?
Oh, I can tell you. Oh yeah, we know. Yeah.
So Samwise is going to look really quickly at you as an experienced adventurer and go,
Not a shark! Pick something else! You can't be a shark right now. That's a bad idea. You need to be a different animal really fast.
and he is like, very quickly, you're going to see him become really, really panicked. And he goes,
We gotta fix this really fast. Bless up, fam.
and he just tosses out cookies at all of you, and I'm going to cast Bless on the whole party.
Okay.
Hell yeah. I take
Bless,
my
for those
breather
who
out.
are unfamiliar, one is like the greatest spell ever. For real, for real. You bless 3 creatures of your choice within range whenever a target gets an attack roll, or before the spell ends, you can roll a d4 and add that to your attack roll or saving throw.
Nice. So, just to clarify, I'm assuming you're using this on your 3 party members and not Vom.
Yes, sir. I sure am.
Got it.
As the cookies like flying out from Gamwise's pouch, it's just like taking a breather out, quickly bite down on the cookie and put the breather back in.
These like magical cookies that are being thrown underwater. It got a little soggy before it got to you, but you ate it pretty quickly, so it wasn't that
I know. I try to like cover it and like forward sheet to keep them dry, but there's only so much you can do.
Yeah. Honestly, the sea salt did add a little bit of flavor to it.
Ooh.
Dude, sea salt chocolate chip cookies, am I right?
Hell
Yeah, for sure.
And Bless is an action, so let me see if there's anything I can do for a bonus action. Sorry, new spell list. Oh, snap!
Hello, Fane. Welcome. Good to see you in chat tonight.
I'm gonna save that because we are not in the temple yet. So, no, I'm gonna end my turn there.
So I'm sorry, Bless is an additional D4 to like D20 rolls, basically?
Yeah, so any attack roll or save. So you have to make like when you make an attack, obviously, but you have to make like a dexterity save or a charisma save or whatever. And that lasts for...
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. How long does it last?
What is it? 1 minute. So basically the duration of the battle.
Got it. Okay.
Cool.
And it's concentration, so they all have to roll for that when they hit me.
All right then. So if that's the end of your turn, we'll be back to the top of the round. This remaining Sahagin is going to actually turn its attention away from Gamwise and to Slancha, who is next to you. Having previously been hit by that spear, it did cause a little bit of bleeding, and you can see its tiny beady eyes like light up as it turns in your direction, and is going to with a frenzied speed make an attack on you with its spear, and that'll be.
Ooh, I'd like to impose disadvantage on my reaction.
Okay, got it. Okay, so so it's going to come in with the spear. You are going to manage to block it with your shield.
Yes.
However, it is still going to attempt to follow up with that bite attack.
I can only do it one time, I'm sorry.
So that'll be a 15. Does that hit?
That is not a hit.
That does not hit. Okay, awesome. So yeah, so coming in with the bite, you're managed to just get out of the way as those razor sharp teeth close down, sort of getting your shoulder out of the way as it was looking to sink deep into you. All right, and that'll be the end of that turn. I will say, like, you can notice that its eyes are absolutely locked on you. Sláinte. Like, it is focused on you and no one else.
Fabulous. Also, guess who just fucking remembered that they get to re-roll ones?
Oh, wait, that's
After
right.
lucky, yes.
Remember that now. I'm so annoyed at myself for forgetting that I am going to recklessly attack with my Morning Star. That is going to be a 25.
Yeah, 25 is definitely going to hit.
Cool. So that is 1d. Where's my d8? 1d8 plus 3, which is 8 piercing damage.
All right.
Oh no! No, it's not going to be 8 piercing damage. It is going to be.
Oh yeah, make sure you're adding the bonus rage damage to that.
Yes, that's going to be 10 piercing damage.
Awesome. All right. So yeah, slashing with your Morning Star, you make a pretty nasty cut across its body. And yeah, you can see like a scar like across its abdomen. A pretty deep, nasty cut. You definitely got it pretty good with that. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
Nope. I'm good.
Okay. All right. Then it is going to be Vom's turn. She is going to pull back the sort of like steel-tipped wire back into her belt, and actually to swim over, pulling out a second dagger into her right hand, and she is going to make 2 attacks against the Sahagin with her daggers. Okay, so the first one will hit, but the second one will not. Oh, come on. Okay, so she is going to swim up and sort of slash it once, getting a nice cut across its right arm, causing more of like that deep purple blood to seep into the water around it. And then Jennifer and Xanfer, you two are up next.
Would you like to go first, Jen?
I'm okay. Go ahead. I want to see what you do.
Okay, I'll just whack.
All right, go for it.
All right, so 15 on the die for the first attack, so that's going to be 11 points of slashing damage. And now this, I mean, I don't think this works because we're in water, but can I attempt to knock him prone?
There's actually no need. That first attack killed him. So
even better.
Yeah, coming and sort of you thrust its longsword into its chest, hitting like right in the center of where that deep cut that Slunch had made before, thrusting through and then sort of pulling your sword out as it drifts down with a trail of blood, drifts down to the seafloor, now dead.
Can I eat him? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Too much.
Alright, so that's the end of that. So out of initiative now. That's the end of that combat. There's nothing else yet.
I'm gonna look towards. I believe you said her name was Loam, right?
Vohm. V-O-U.
Vohm.
Yes.
I'm gonna look towards Vohm and say, these creatures that attacked us, have you encountered them before down here? You seem to know they were coming.
Sorry, I I had a little technical issue. I believe there was an echo before, but it should be fixed now. Can you repeat your question?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to say to Vohm, have you encountered these creatures before? You seem to know that they were coming.
No. I just heard... She just heard them coming. Didn't exactly know what they were, but she has I have a pretty good sense for these kinds of things.
For when fish people are going to attack.
Well, anything really.
Interesting. But there haven't been any reports of these kinds of creatures around here. This is like the first that the expedition up top on the surface had seen or heard of these guys.
Well, yeah. No one ever came back alive to report.
I guess that's like a good point.
Now,
Shall we keep
should we
going?
continue?
I mean, yeah.
Right. So Vom.
I don't know if our old folks are. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay, just keeping an eye out.
Okay. You're maintaining your reef shark form, moving forward.
That's a question. No, I will return back to my halfling.
Okay. Then how do we want to do marching order then? Now that you are you can stay because you can still swim if you would like to sort of stay where you were before, like swimming above.
No, I think I would be probably somewhere in the middle, but not either second to last or last. Well, she doesn't have I don't know. She's not super strong and mighty, so.
Okay.
I'd say it's probably good for Zanver to be last and me be in the front because he's a paladin.
Yeah.
So is it
heavy
safe to
boys.
say it's Gamwise and then Slancha and then Jennifer and Xanfer in the back? Sound fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, got
That
it.
sounds good.
Perfect.
All right, with Vom will still be sort of side by side with Gamwise moving forward. As you go forward, eventually the light reveals in front of you sort of this open gateway of this large. It's hard to because you can only see certain up to a certain height, but it seems like there's some sort of structure made of a combination of colorful corals and this blue-green stone that has been obviously a man-made structure on the seafloor. That sort of creates this. It's an open gateway. There's no doorway or anything like that, and then continues forward inside. Vom seems to be moving towards it, so it seems like this is, the direction where the artifact that you are meant to obtain would be, perhaps somewhere within.
Can I selectively send the sending message, or does it just broadcast to everybody?
The sending stones you have just broadcast to everybody. There's no way to control selectively, unfortunately.
Okay.
But if you want, you could still not. You can choose not to speak into it.
Okay. Because what I'm going to say over the sending stone then is, it's interesting because I don't think this doesn't look made by, me or you, and I just read anybody that's next to me. Do you think that those creatures maybe built this temple?
It was very complimentary to the skin tone.
Now that the color palette, right? I mean, obviously they have a sense of fashion, very clearly.
Yeah.
Do we get any vibes that this? You said it was a blue stone, right? That they were building with. Does it seem to give off any particular properties or anything special like that, or is it just what happens to be available on the seafloor?
Make an Arcana check. If you're looking specifically for magical.
-1. Let's go.
I actually have a thing for magic items and spells that doesn't require a roll. Magic awareness for the wild magic path. So I know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet that I can see. And when I sense it, I know the school of magic in it. Would that be better or worse than you making a check?
I rolled a 1, so it's better. I rolled a 2 and then it got downed to a 1.
Okay, then I'll go off of Flanta's ability then. So I'm just looking to see exactly how. So it's the type of magic. Okay. Within 60 feet that isn't behind total cover. All right, got it. Yeah, looking at the actual stone itself that the temple is made out of, it does not seem to emit any magical properties or anything like that.
Okay.
Seems normal enough to me.
Yeah, it just looks real pretty. I like it.
I'm gonna scoop up a little bit of it, put it in my pocket. Maybe it's like some exotic sea salt I can make some special cookies with.
Okay. Alright, so you can like chip off a piece of it.
And then I suddenly turn into a crawfish and disappear forever.
Okay, so do you want to continue into the structure?
Yeah, I mean, if Vome's not stopping.
She is not. Okay. So you continue forward. The sand and like silt on the seafloor sort of spills into the interior since there wasn't like a door or anything to stop it. But a few feet within, eventually you are finding yourself walking across a stone floor made out of the same material that like those walls were partially made out of. Yeah, there seems to be like decorative carvings in the floor as well. But it's a very simple design, so it's, you know, likely just decorative and doesn't have any
Gotcha.
practical value. Because I know like someone was probably about to ask me to like identify it or something like that. It's nothing like that. Yeah. Traveling in about 20 feet past the doorway, the light ends up revealing another one of these Sahagin before you. This one, it's just sort of standing there as if it was like waiting for you, and it doesn't seem to be armed. It's not holding a spear or any sort of weapon like that. Although they do have pretty nasty claws in their hands. But doesn't have any actual physical weapon. And it does seem to be dressed. It is dressed differently than the other ones were. The other ones dressed sort of wearing simple like pieces of shells and like pieces of chitin that you might find from sea creatures and things like this. This one's clothing is made the same, but is much more like elegant and obviously made more towards like aesthetics than just like a practical piece of clothing. Sort of like as close to something you would see on the surface, sort of resembling something that might be like some sort of like religious ceremonial clothing.
A friend then. Hello. I'm waving. Hi.
As a cleric, do I recognize this is like... Do I recognize what religious kind of entity they might be affiliated with or anything like that?
Make a religion check. And I'm gonna say I'm not gonna give you advantage just because Sahagin are not like common creatures, so even like a cleric you might not know about their gun.
I'm gonna agree with you on that because even though I am a cleric, for some reason I have a -1 to religion.
Would it be
So
possible
I
that I
7.
would it be possible that I could give the help action to give him advantage on the roll?
Sure, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
So I'm also a paladin too, right?
Normally,
Gotcha, still
like
a 7. If you want to roll instead.
it's still a 7, amazing. I'll say, Xanver, if you want to make your own roll, that's fine.
Okay, I think I have probably exactly the same modifier if I had to guess to religion. So,
Incredible.
oh no, it's a 0. So you know, one better.
Actually, which is still
not by
great,
much though.
but...
I got a 9.
Alright, yeah. Yeah, these it's definitely a species that is much too exotic for you to be able to even have any idea what it is that they might worship. So yeah. You have no clue. Okay. I am going to need Gamwise and Cilantro. You were second, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Gamwise and Cilantro, can you both make dexterity saving throws?
Oh snap! Oh dope! I get to enjoy my Shield Master feat.
Oh, you took Shield Master too? So did I. Hilarious.
Nice. Let me add that AC.
So,
So
quick
I got
question.
myself here.
Shield Bros.
A 23 on my check.
Ew.
Okay.
Is this against an effect that I can see?
It will be, yes. So yeah, you can have that
Oh,
advantage.
I get
on it.
advantage then. Which one is it? 16.
16? Okay.
Those are so bad.
So from above, you can see enter within this area of light. 3 nets with like weighted rocks and shells on the end of them begin to float down, pretty quickly weighted down, but it targeted at Slancha, Gamwise, and Vom, but all 3 of you rolled well enough to be able to easily avoid them as you just sort of like step out of the way and they just kind of like pathetically fall onto the ground.
I love it. I love it. Literally the most basic, straightforward trap. Just a fucking net.
Yeah, just the net that they were trying to drop on you. And then 3 of the Sahagin, very similar to the ones that you fought outside, begin to swim down sort of like after the nets. It's like they had just been like waiting above, waiting to drop them on you.
Yeah, I think you dropped your net. Like I can throw them back up to you if you want. Because I think you should secure them better next time. I know some really good knots.
It's like they're so bad at dropping the net, we thought it was an accident.
Yeah. Amazing.
And the religious Sahagin's just like, come on, guys. Like, we had this whole plan.
Yeah, this really could have gone much better. It was underwater. What can you do? They don't fall very fast. not the,
I'm gonna
the most clever
cast-
plan.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, friend.
Oh, what were you saying?
I was gonna say I'm gonna like scoop up a little sand from I don't know the ground or whatever and cast Druidcraft to turn it into like a little pearl and send it over to the fancier guy. Like we come in peace. It's all good. We come in peace. And just like, you know.
Are you walking up to them?
I think I have to actually.
Okay. I'll let you go ahead and make the pearl. But since the other 3 are coming at you aggressively, I'm gonna go ahead and have everyone roll initiative, and then you can walk up to them if you'd like on your turn.
Yeah.
Can I just say, using Druidcraft to make a pearl is such a galaxy brain level play. I've never thought of that, but that totally makes sense too. I love it.
$15 for me.
Okay.
After this one shot, Yennefer opens a jewelry store.
Yeah.
She's making
I'm losing my
pearls.
accent. Jennifer. Yeah.
All right.
Open a jewelry store.
Picked up too much of the shark dialect.
So 15 for Jennifer. Anyone roll higher than a 15?
I rolled a 9.
Oh, sorry. What were we rolling for?
Initiative.
I got an.
Oh,
I got
snap. We in there, huh?
Yeah.
I got a 9 as well.
So, Gamewise and Xan both got 9s?
Oh no, I got an
Jennifer.
8.
You got an 8. Gamewise got a 9. Slunchy, what did you get?
15.
Okay. And then Jennifer.
9.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. So 2 9s and an 8. Who got the 8 again? I'm sorry, I'm having so much trouble keeping track of this.
Tim had the 8.
Okay, got it. Okay, so Jennifer and Gameboys will be going together this time.
Well, I got a partner.
I got some cookies.
While you're mathing, Gamwise is like had this inner like revelation that while I was giving Bohm a hard time and during the fight with the first set of Sahagins, it kind of dawned on me like maybe Bohm turned into halfling so she could fit in with everybody. Maybe she just wants to have friends.
Maybe.
So I'm starting to feel bad for picking on her at the beginning of the session. Like she's just a little misunderstood. Perhaps having a bit of a identity crisis.
All right, Slunt, you are up first.
Okay. I'm going to. You said they were swimming down towards us.
Yes. So there are 3. At this point, they are about 20 feet above you, from where you're standing on the seabed.
And so would I be aware of any reason, like it would, because hand axes can be thrown, can't they?
Yes, hand axes can be thrown.
So considering that I'm in the water, would I be there thinking like, I don't know if these are going to throw as well as they normally would, or do I reckon I could still eat them pretty hard?
I probably should have looked this up before. What I'll do is I'll say you can still throw them, but I'm going to say that anything that you try to throw since you're doing it underwater has like half the range that it normally would.
Okay. What's the range of a hand axe?
I can look that up real quick.
Uh, 20 feet. Are they within 10 feet of me?
No, they are 20 feet away.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, what about... Alright, what I might do then is instead of the hand axe, I'm gonna swim up like 5 feet or so.
Okay.
For a javelin.
Okay, so I will say, just if you would like to, hand axes have a range of 20 feet and then a long range of 60. So you would be able to throw it at them, you would just have disadvantage.
Yeah, I think actually throwing a javelin underwater makes more sense anyway.
Okay.
Like just I was about to say aerodynamically, but it'd be like what, hydrodynamically?
Yeah. A javelin is a normal range of 30 feet, so you could still throw it, but that would also have disadvantage.
No, that what I was saying is I'd use my movement to
swim, move up 5 feet. Okay, then yeah, then you could throw it without having disadvantage. Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be 16.
16 hits, yeah.
Fabulous. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 9 piercing damage.
All right. So you hit one of the Sahagin with your javelin, and it is going to sort of go up through the water, and like sort of they like try to move out of the way, but you still manage to get, and it sort of like sticks into like their shoulder blade. Very unpleasant.
Sorry.
One of the other Sahagin are going to swim down. Since you swam up, you'll be the closest, so they're going to come at you. Let's see, the attack with the spear, that is going to be... what is that? That's gonna be an 11. I'm guessing that doesn't hit.
That is
Okay.
Nope.
And then the bite attack is an 8, so that is also not going to hit. Yeah. So one of them comes down, sort of clumsily trying to attack like someone who's directly below, and then doesn't manage to actually land anything. Let's see. Vom is up next. So she is going to use her sort of metal wire belt again, and is going to send it out at the one that you hit with the javelin. And this time you see the metal bolt sort of stick and hit this one and embed itself in its flesh. And right after she does, she pulls it back, and then the wire begins to feed back into her belt, and it pulls the Sahagin all the way to her, like directly in front of her.
Get over here!
Yeah, basically. Sort of sticking in it and dragging it toward her. Where she already has a dagger ready in her left hand. But she does not have an action to make an attack with that yet, so that'll be the end of her turn. And then... looking up something real quick. Okay, here we go. Oh wait, that's the wrong spell. So you see the sort of well-dressed Sahagin begin to cast an incantation.
Uh-oh.
Yep, and they cast. Let's see.
Classic.
Classic song.
Oh, so next to Zanver, a floating like golden.
He's gonna start tried it. Wait for
Yeah,
it. He's gonna say tried
it's
it.
a trident. A golden floating trident is going to appear next to you and then immediately rush in your direction.
In my direction?
Yeah, it appears
Frab
next
just
to you
did.
and makes an attack on you. So that is going to be a filthy 20, a natural 20 to hit. I'm assuming that'll hit.
That'll do.
All right. So that is going to deal. That'll be 4 points of piercing damage.
Oh, okay.
So not too bad.
That's not so bad at all.
As it, you're able to mostly get it out of the way, but it's still got like rays and sort of some shallow cuts from where you had attempted to dodge it as it had made that strike on you.
You made me bleed my own blood.
All right. Up next, Jennifer and Gamwise, you are up simultaneously.
Go ahead.
Well, thank you so much, sweetheart. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And he's going to look at the religious-looking fella and say, "Oh, you think you're so fancy with your golden weapons? Yeah, well, I can do that too." And he's going to lift up his hand, and a surge of warm, delicious-smelling light with the scent of brown sugar and chocolate chips is going to somehow waft through the air to everyone's noses. And he says, "Behold, the golden spatula." He has a spiritual weapon, and his spiritual weapon is a giant golden spatula, a la Neptune and SpongeBob.
Hell
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah.
And so I have that guy out now, and he's gonna smack the. Am I standing next to the? I don't know what to call it, Sahagin cleric.
No, the Sahagin cleric is still like. It would be, since you're in the front, and then Jennifer was behind you, and she has one of the lights, so it's on the edge of the light, so it'd be 25 feet away from you.
Okay. I'm going to rather than make it appear above my hands, I'm gonna make it appear behind that Sahagins head,
Okay,
and then I'm gonna bop him on the head with it.
got it.
So I just realized you're
That
an
is
oven
a
domain
20
cleric?
to hit. Filthy 20. Not
Filthy
nat.
20. All right, got it. Yeah, go ahead
Sorry,
and roll damage on that.
And he's gonna take. Ooh, snap! I got a 6, right? That's a D6 for my spiritual weapon. No, it's a D8. Oh no, I wasted it. 7. It's even better. Let's go. So that's gonna be 9 damage as
All
he
right.
is bopped on the head.
Yeah. So oh, I need
Oven
to.
domain. If y'all haven't seen the homebrew for the garlic bread domain cleric, look it up after stream.
That sounds incredible.
Let me check. Okay, so spiritual weapon is not concentration. Okay, cool. That's what I needed to check.
Is it also a bonus action?
It is a bonus.
It is a
action,
bonus. It's a
correct.
bonus action to summon it, and it's a bonus action to move it around in the air. But it's an action to attack with it.
Man, spiritual weapon is so good.
Spiritual weapon is awesome. I also, just so you guys know, have spirit guardians. So get ready for some shenanigans.
Man, he came packing. He came packing. Woof. I kind of feel bad for these Sahagin now, man.
Yeah, they're gonna have a bad time. I don't know, man. Sahagin have tricks up their sleeves. I was real afraid that we were gonna get mauled up by Yennefer. I got real scared real fast when he said that.
I felt it.
I'm not trying to fight this shark.
So I think if I'm reading this correctly, it's just a bonus action to attack with it. It shouldn't take an
shut
action
up.
to make an attack. Yeah, it doesn't mention anything about using an action. It just says, as a bonus action on your turn, you can move the weapon up to 20 feet and repeat the attack against the creature within 5 feet of it.
Shut up. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's all bonus
So I
action.
still have an attack action, right?
Mhm.
Is there anybody within physical, like, immediate range of me?
Let's see. Actually, yes. Because of the one that Vom had dragged towards her since you are next to her. That one is within your melee range.
Nice. Okay, we're going to swing at it. That's going to be a 14 to hit.
That hits.
Nice, with a mace. And it's going to do 4 damage.
Okay.
Bad roll on damage, unfortunately.
It is alright.
I would have Searing Smoteth it, but I already used my bonus action.
Okay.
Oh no, shove is a bonus action. Dang it. I was like, my shield perks.
Alright, so that's it from you then. Jennifer, you have not gone yet.
Nope. So there are 2 guys still up above,
3.
and then
Or, well,
3.
one.
I thought
Yeah.
one got dragged.
Yeah. There's, including the one that got dragged, there's 3. So 2 up above and then the one that got pulled to foam.
Okay,
Yeah.
so up, I'm going to cast Thunder Wave vertically. So it just goes, we're all okay,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully.
Yeah.
So I need those guys to
Just
make
right
a
over-
Constitution.
Just
save
right
me.
over our heads.
Yeah, right over your
15-foot
head.
cone or a 30-foot cone?
It is a 15-foot.
They should be within 15 now. So that should
I would think so.
I don't know. Apparently for Sahagin, they're pretty bad swimmers.
Yeah, we'll say, I'll say they're in range. That's fine. So you said con saving throws? What's your save DC on that?
14.
14? Okay, one of them saved. One of them did not.
Respectable 14.
Okay, so damage.
Is it half damage for a save?
I believe so. I'm going to double check that. But 12 was the roll.
For damage?
Yep. 6s. Yeah, they take half.
Got it. Okay. So it'll be 12 damage to one, and 6 to the other. All right. So sort of holding your hands up, this like thunderous wave passes up above, and hits these two Sahagin, sort of sending them like tumbling in the water, as they're completely thrown off. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
No.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm all good. All good.
All right. Then the Sahagin that had been sort of reeled in by Vom is going to make an attack against. Well, I'll say against her, since she currently has like a hold of it. Okay, so you're gonna see they're going to miss with the attack with the spear, but they are going to land a hit on her with the bite. Okay. So as they sort of sink their teeth into her shoulder, and you can see a little bit of like blood seeping out from the wound after they let go.
Oh.
I'm gonna Google fluid
That's good.
dynamics for a bit. Fair enough.
It can mean so many things.
Alright,
It's a terrifying thought.
Xanfer, you're up.
Okay. So I don't believe anybody is currently within melee range of me, right?
No,
kind of
they
at
are
the
not.
back.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna use my 25 feet of movement to get within melee range, and then I'm gonna use that melee range to make a melee attack.
Okay. Which one are you moving to? And I'll also say, because you're currently swimming underwater, your movement is going to be half, just like swimming speed.
Okay. I mean, I'll get to the whatever one is the closest to me that I will be able to.
You can get within range of the one that has been reeled in by Vom.
Okay, I'll take that.
Sort of been whacked on by almost everybody at this point.
Hey man, it worked the first time, right? All right, let's go. First attack. 18 on the die.
Nice.
Yeah, that hits definitely.
That's gonna do 8 points of slashing. And then again, you know, Shield Master knocking the guy prone. I don't think that works because we're underwater, right?
Once again, you killed it
He's
already.
dead.
So
One day that question will be relevant.
yeah, one day. I don't have to answer it yet because he's dead.
Yeah.
I get more time
Just
to
keep
think
buying
about
time.
that. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So that one is slain. Vom. You can see as you kill it, the metal bolt is released and sort of zips back into Vom's belt. And yeah, is there anything else you would like to do with your turn?
I do have another attack, but I don't think I can get within range to be able to use it, so I'm good.
Okay. All right, back to the top of the round. Slancha, you are next.
The one that had attacked me was the one that I was about to call her Vor.
Vom.
That's not right.
Oh.
That just got unalived.
Unalive.
So I would like to. Am I close enough to swim to the next closest one to me?
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna go and do that, and I'm gonna give him a couple of good whacks with my Morning Star.
Okay, go for it.
So the first one, that'll be a 16 for the first one.
That hits.
For my first attack.
Mhm.
And so that does 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna attack again.
All right, go for it.
Why not? And that's an 11, which I'm guessing doesn't hit.
An 11 does not hit, unfortunately.
Alas, I got overexcited on that first hit.
All right. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, that's gonna be it for me.
Okay. All right. So they are going to make attacks on you, and you're still a little injured from that first fight. and sort of, and so you sort of see as you come up to the Sahagin, its eyes sort of narrow and focus on you, sort of seeing like this wound that you have, which is going to grant it a frenzy. So that'll be a 21 to hit.
You know what? That does it. That does it.
Alright, that'll be 3 piercing damage from the spear. And then the bite attack is going to be an 8. That is not going to hit. Alright, Vom, seeing you attacking that one, is going to attempt to use her sort of steel-tipped wire on the other one to reel it in. Okay, and that will hit. So you see as once again she hits the Sahagin with the bolt, and it embeds itself into its flesh, and she pulls it in directly in front of her, ready to sort of come at it
So cool.
with her dagger again. And then up next, the magical trident is going to move and strike again at Zanver. That is a natural 20.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
So that'll be... that'll be 11 points of piercing damage.
Ooh. That's a nasty old whack right there,
Mm-hmm. And then...
Just a scratch.
Tis but a scratch. Your arm's missing.
Just a flesh.
I like that reference. That is a good reference.
I really just want to quote Monty Python. I'm
I know.
resisting the urge.
Okay, and then the, sort of this magic casting Sahagin is going to hold out its arm toward, I'll say, towards, Slancha, who is currently, sort of up above, and you're going to see a bright light emanate from their hand, and the streak of light is going to fly out in your direction. That is going to be 11 to hit. I'm assuming that doesn't hit.
Nope.
Alright, so the bolt sort of comes in your direction and misses, sort of streaking behind you, and disappears into the darkness beyond. And that'll be it for their turn. So Jennifer and Gamwise, through simultaneous turn now.
What you want to do, pal?
Well, I think that religious fellow's over there is very rude. So, I'm gonna bop him.
Another attack with the spatula?
Yeah, but the spatula swings at him with a gusto and rotates the wrong way while it does it, and it misses him.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I get to add my spellcasting modifier for that. My
You do?
bad. That's
Yeah.
a +7. Does a 12 hit?
Wow.
A 12 does in fact hit.
Oh snap! So it gets him like right across the head in his fish ear or his gills.
Mhm.
Gives him a little pop on the neck.
Fish ear.
How much damage will that be?
It'll be 6 damage.
Okay.
man.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to shove the Sahagin in front of me. Well, I don't know. Let me ask you this. Like, so the shove action lets me, is it just push him back 5 feet with the shield?
I believe if I remember right from the shove action, when you shove, you can choose to either try to push them back 5 feet or knock them prone. However, to finally answer this question, I don't think that it would make sense to be able to knock something prone that is swimming.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
I will.
All right, well, I'll just...
I will also mention though that the one in front of you is currently like hooked by Vom with like the steel wire.
So she is that's a real monster.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking. I feel like I don't. How messed up is the one that's fish hooked right now looking?
The one that is fish hooked is it's taken a little bit of a beating. It did get hit by like both of the remaining ones, other than like the magic casting one, got hit by that thunder wave earlier. So they both taken a bit of damage. And then like
So-
the bolt does a little bit of damage too whenever she hits them to reel them in.
Gotcha. I think we'll keep it nice and simple. I'll just swing at him.
Okay.
That's a 18.
18 definitely hits.
Yep. And that is 4 damage. Come on, D6. My panda is letting me down. That's the
Dang.
guy I'm dealing with. He's a wee little panda bear. Shout out to D&D or D and Dice. Yeah, D and Dice. DndDice.com.
Nice.
Not sponsored, so hit your boy up.
All right, Jennifer. Anything from you?
Yeah, I'm thinking. So Jennifer's gonna need to probably use a dart. I don't know how to say dart in a Brooklyn accent. Dot.
Dot.
Dart. Dot.
Just
Dot.
take out the R altogether.
Just a dot.
And throw it where I've lost track of where I am versus where they are. One's reeled in.
Yes. So
So
that
right,
would be,
and there's
it's like,
one.
yeah. So basically, the one that's reeled in is within melee range of Vom, Gamwise, and Xanver, and then the other one, Slancha has swam like up to, so it's a little bit above.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna.
I'd have to check the range. Let's see. So you're throwing a dart.
That's right, Samwise. That's right.
Okay, so a dart has a normal range of 20 feet. So unless you want to get within 10 feet of it to throw it, you'll have disadvantage on this attack.
All right. I'm gonna swim up a little bit.
Okay.
You know, get up in his face and try and go right in his eyeball.
All right, go for it.
Bam. Excuse me. How about 9?
A 9 will not
9.
hit, unfortunately. Yeah. You're
Alright,
not used
just
to
like that. So.
yeah, you're not used to throwing darts underwater. So with the weight of it, it ends up being a little bit off, and you see it arc past and then sort of quickly losing and going downward before landing just outside of the edge of the light.
Okay.
Alright,
Well,
anything-
I tried.
Will that be all?
Yes.
All right, Xanver, it's your turn.
Okay. So, is it possible for me to move up to the priest with my 10 feet of movement, or would I not have enough movement to be able to get up to?
The priest is 25 feet away from you.
Then I will use my action to use the dash action to move up, and in doing so, I will attempt to interpose myself by as many of my friends as possible, so that way they're within 5 feet of me, so that way I can defend them.
Wait, so are you using the dash action to move as close to the priest as you can?
On this turn, I'm gonna use my dash action to get up into the fray as far as possible, but I want to end in such a way where I'm like within 5 feet of people, so that way I can defend them if need be.
Okay. I will say, without moving where you are now, you're already within 5 feet of both Gamwise and Vom, and one of the Sahagin, the one that Vom currently has reeled in. So you're within range of all 3 of those.
I think that they're capable warriors, though, and can handle one Sahagin. I'm more concerned about the spellcaster.
Okay. So you're already like, you could either, like, if you wanted to, you could move up and defend Slancha and Jennifer instead. But there wouldn't be any way for you to get like more than 2 people. like standing next to them at once.
Okay, I'm fine with moving up to defend Slancha and Jennifer. I know that my shield bro over here, he's got his AC on lock, so I'm.
Okay. All right, and I'll say that you have enough, like they're close enough that you can get there without dashing.
Oh, okay. In that case, then, on my turn, I'm gonna open with attacking the dude right next to me that Vom is grappled, and then I'll move up like that.
Attacking. Okay, got it. Sounds good. Okay. I'll go ahead and let you do, because I was about to do an attack of opportunity on you, but I'll let you do that first.
Okay. I will also take that attack of opportunity, no problem. So
right.
the first is going to be 13 to hit.
13 hits. Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Second attack.
Mm-hmm.
16 to hit.
Hits.
With 9 points of damage.
It's dead.
Perfect.
Damn.
So no attack of opportunity. You kill it and then swim up to Slancha and Jennifer to be close enough to them to defend.
And if he wasn't dead, I was going to use a bonus action to knock his ass away so he wouldn't even be able to get the attack of opportunity. But don't tell anyone.
Nice. Nice. All right.
That's my go.
Got it. Slancha, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna take another hit at the one that I'm fighting with. Pretty standard, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
With the Morning Star, that's gonna be a 19.
That definitely hits.
Which does 7 piercing.
It's dead.
Cool.
So with your Morning Star, make a quick get sort of like thrusting the blades of the Morning Star into its body and then pulling it out. Sort of push back, and the body goes limp and sort of tumbles and then drifts before falling and drifting down onto the stone floor. So the only one that remains is the magic casting one. Let's see. So it is. I'm assuming that'll be the end of your turn, or is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, that's everything I'd like to do.
Okay. So then it is Foam's turn now. She is going to attempt to attack with her metal wire weapon to sort of get the magic caster one. But launching it ends up sort of getting caught by a small current in the water and then falling short and landing in the sort of landing on and dragging on the floor before she sort of like reels it back in and curses to herself. And then she is going to use her movement to move 15 feet in the direction toward the magic caster. And that'll be it, the end of that turn. So then it'll be the magic caster's turn. The trident is going to move. The closest one would be Gamwise, so move toward Gamwise and make an attack. That is a 17 to hit. Does not hit. All right.
Damn.
No, he wishes.
All right.
Surprisingly spry for an old guy.
So you're able to sort of deflect it with your shield.
Yeah. So, Gamwise is just at him like, "Come at me, bro!" Back to the shield.
He's like, "You're a chump. Your god's a chump. You mean nothing to me."
Like all of a sudden, this very sweet old man is just like super over it. Super
nice.
He's filled with the battle rage. I know it well. So does.
We've been hanging out with Slancha, or sorry. I had it earlier.
Slancha. Yeah. All right. Then Gamwise, can you make a what was it?
Please say Jack.
Hold on, I just had it. A wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, I can make a wisdom saving throw. No, I cannot. Nat 1, my friend.
Nat 1. That is tragic. I'm
just gonna,
Wait, are you a halfling?
I have stout. I'm not lucky. I'm the
unfortunate.
Other kind of
So the magic casting Sahagin is going to hold her hand out towards you, and you feel this magical energy suddenly take a hold of your body, as you find yourself unable to move, and your muscles aren't responding at all.
I am so disrespected because I was literally going to cast Hold Person on him the moment it got to my turn.
And now I love how you both have the same spells. Yeah. So
wait. Aren't all halflings lucky?
Am I tripping? Sometimes I do be tripping.
I think lucky is for all the sub races.
I can find out real quick just to make sure. Either way, I'm fine with being held.
Lucky is for everybody. That's wild.
Is it? Okay. Then you can reroll that one.
Dude. Alright, show me another nat 1. Let's go. Come on, Panda.
And good job by selection.
No, it's definitely not that. This is a 19.
Oh.
That's a 19?
Dramatically different roll.
Alright, then, yeah, I'll say that the spell fails, and, so you are not paralyzed.
Ooh, I'm gonna get you.
Alright, and then, Jennifer and Gamwise, it is your simultaneous turn now.
Well, I got an idea.
Oh, go for
it. Okay, so am I within 30 feet? What did you say?
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna see my hands come out, kind of make some wiggly movements, and just a swarm of little barnacles come on out and go and attack that guy. It's casting infestation. I'm trying to think of a water.
Okay. Got it.
Infestation.
Is it a save?
A swarm of. It is a save. You have 14. Yeah.
What kind of save? Con?
Con.
Got it.
Eat barnacles, Crabman.
Barnacles. Yeah.
They fail. They do not pass the save.
All right. They get 8 poison damage.
Ooh.
All right. Got it.
damage.
You can see, as the barnacles come and are sort of biting and poisoning the Sahagin, they're sort of waving their hands and claws, trying to swat them away before the spell ends and they disappear. But not after dealing some good damage.
Dude, how awesome is it to be in an underwater game with a marine biologist? Am I right?
Yeah, isn't it? Thank you for the follow, Mad Banner, and welcome to the stream. I hope you're enjoying it so far. Alright, so then Jennifer and Gamwise, it's still your turn, so anything else that you would like to do, Jennifer, and Gamwise, you still have all your stuff.
So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to run it by the party real quick to see if they're down with it. I would like to hold person this guy since he's the religious leader of this area and see if we can question him to figure out where this what did we call it, a relic that we're searching for?
Relic,
all the notes I took down and I didn't write down what we're looking for. Say that again.
I use the word artifact, but relic is fine too.
Okay, artifact. Yeah, so since we're looking for artifacts and Bohm kind of has an idea of what we're looking for, that's what I would say that we would do. Or that's what I'm feeling, if you guys are down with that.
If they're paralyzed, can they speak?
Oh, snap.
I believe so. I don't think that whole person... I believe that paralysis only affects, movement and actions. I don't think it affects speech, but I will double check on that.
It is a Google search away.
Paralysis, never mind! A paralyzed creature is incapacitated and can't move or speak.
Well, I guess he was getting whopped. So I'm coming at him like Cardi B, and, oh man, a 10. Does a 10 hit him?
No, a 10 does not.
Darn. My spatula whiffs this time.
I mean, he's already surrounded by water. I don't know how much wetter he can get.
Zing.
Amazing.
Quality zing. Well, I'm going to need him to die, so I guess with my action, I'm going to actually cast a real spell this time.
All right.
Real
Spell time.
No more fake spells. It's time for real spells.
Yeah.
It's time for some real
Because
magic.
spiritual weapon wasn't real.
Get out of here with that melee spell attack.
Melee spell attack.
Let's get some saves.
Actually, I don't. Oh, you know what? I like spiritual weapon is like my only like serious long distance attack spell. Everything else is like support for you guys. Oh snap! I do have something I could. Nah, I don't want to waste that. I could have dispelled magic. Is he holding a weapon by any chance?
No. They don't have a weapon. Is everything okay? Am I like coming through fine on Skype?
Skype
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah, Skype
It
is
is
fine.
acting
It
a
was
little-
doing something weird on my screen too, and I like refreshed it. I thought maybe my wife was getting on Twitch or something. But
It is acting a little funky.
I believe we are back. I'm just double checking to make sure. I was like, because I didn't even notice any tech issues, and then suddenly it said that we were disconnected.
Yeah, I'm having trouble loading the stream as well.
Yeah, I hope it's not an issue.
I got a commercial, but we'll see what happens after the commercial. Oh, now the
That's
commercial's
fair.
lagged out.
It is. It seems to be coming, but like buffering really bad.
Yeah, it's like pausing and unpausing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very strange.
And a really lovely screenshot of my face.
Let me just put something in the chat. That is so strange. Oh, here we go. Dropped frames. Okay, that's really interesting. Oh, the bitrate is terrible. I don't know that much about.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't either.
So bitrate is kind of like the de facto term for like how well your stream is coming through and whether or not the internet is working. How bitrate is like the amount of information that's basically being sent out across the stream. So you want to keep it. Usually you don't have any control over it, and it's basically just a monitor for your Wi-Fi or your internet.
Yeah, I mean, the internet connection on my PC is doing just fine.
Right. Which means that Twitch just might be pooping the pants.
That might.
And so, as a thought for that, Bravin, are you CST or EST?
EST.
Okay. I was thinking that the Supercell coming through might be messing up their lines, but that means you're either linking to Miami or Atlanta's Twitch server, which means you shouldn't be having any problems there.
Yeah.
Or one of the mini in New York.
It's probably Atlanta, I would imagine. Let me see if I can find